Hey guys, Johnny here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to show you some results from my Owl Plus testing that I did. So when I introduced my ZMR 250, the quad right here, I mentioned that I used an Owl Plus as the camera. At the time I was really hoping that this would be like the ultimate all-around, could fly at any point in the day camera. I knew it was made for flying at night, and right now in the winter it gets dark really early. So my hope was this could see a little bit better in the dark. If I get up and fly at 6, 7 o'clock when the sun's already gone down, maybe it would still work better with this camera versus something else. So I decided to give it a shot. As I mentioned in the other review and a couple other times, it really struggles during the day, at least with all the settings I've tried so far. It has major issues with details blacking out, and I can't fly it during the day. But that's okay. Let's see what it can do at night. That's what this thing is made for. So what I decided to do is I ran a little bit of a test in the backyard. So we're outside. It's late at night. It's pitch black. I have the lights on in the house. You can see up there the pretty bright floodlights, but yet you notice it doesn't really travel too far. And I captured that with my GoPro with max ISO settings to try to show about how dark it is outside. I then tried 4 different cameras to see how each one was able to fly in the backyard. As I got further away from that light, was I able to see at all, was able to fly comfortably, did I feel more nervous with one camera or the other? So I gave this a shot with the Owl Plus camera, the one I really wanted to see, and then I wanted to compare to the other cameras I had available. So I was able to test this with the Runcam Swift, which I was previously running my QAV 210 clone. I was able to test it with my Eachine Falcon, which is what I use on the 130 quad. And then I was also able to test it with the Foxier Monster, which is what I've switched to since I was having my issues with the Runcam Swift. So let's take a look at the footage and kind of see how they did it flying at the dark. And pay close attention to the GoPro footage. I was able to capture that once while flying, and that really helps put in perspective just how dark it is in the backyard and just how much these cameras are helping or hurting me while flying. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so first I want to take a look at the GoPro footage to kind of set a baseline for just how dark it is. Pay most attention over here to the other side of the playscape, kind of where the climbing wall is. That's really the place that I noticed I had a hard time flying, depending on what the camera was. And you can see here, you just can't see anything with the GoPro footage. Obviously I wouldn't be able to fly like that. And here you're starting to see the owl for the first time, and this just blew me away the first time I did it. You see, when I go through that same spot, I have no trouble seeing anything. I can fly with complete confidence. Even if I look in the woods there, you can see all the detail in the tree. As I come around here, I'm getting some speed. It's amazing what you can see. Now the Swift actually worked reasonably well. I felt like I could fly here. It's definitely not as good as the Owl. You can't see inside the woods. You can't see the detail on the climbing wall, but you can see where the climbing wall is and you can kind of avoid it. So I was impressed I was actually able to fly at night with the Swift. Definitely not the Owl, but it's flyable. Alright, so here's the Eachine Falcon. This is a CMOS camera that's really not made for flying in the dark. I was able to do it, but going through here always felt really sketchy. It was hard to fly by that spot. But somehow I did manage to do it. I just went really, really slow. It's interesting that this footage doesn't actually do it justice, just how hard it was to fly with this particular camera. Definitely don't recommend trying this too much. So that brings me to the Foxier Monster, and this one I thought would work about as well as the Swift did, but it wasn't even close. I couldn't see. I just gave up at that point. I'm like, there's not even a point trying to do this course. I can't see around the playscape. Let's just go land. I cannot fly this at night like this. But I did also notice it was showing it in color mode, so I figured maybe there's something in the OSD. So when I came into the settings here, I started looking through, why didn't it switch to black and white mode? Maybe that would help. I found the setting for day night and noticed it was set to external, so I just flipped that over to auto, and then hoping that when it got dark I'd go to black and white and I'd be able to see better. So I switched that here, and then let's see how it does. Alright, so now we're in black and white mode as we're flying with the Monster, and as soon as I take off I just notice it looks totally black over there. I'm not even going to try this. This looks even worse than the color did. It's just not worth it. And here you can see kind of a breakdown of how each one looks, and there's just no comparison. The Owl Plus just looks amazing in the dark. It's amazing what you can do with it. The Runcam Swift again is probably the closest it's flyable, but everything else you really can't use. This is just amazing how good that Owl Plus is. Alright, so there you have it. I'm really impressed with flying this thing at night. So even though this camera doesn't work well during the day, it sure does work well at night. So I definitely think it's worth having it on a quad so that, you know, if the sun's gone down, it's a little bit darker outside and I want to have a little bit of fun flying around, this is a great thing to go to. It's definitely not an all-around camera like I originally hoped, but that's okay. It does its job really well that it's made to do. So I am enjoying this. If it's late at night and I want to do some tests, I break out the ZMR 250, fly it around in that area. I can fly with comfort, I can fly with confidence, and I really enjoy it. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today. I really appreciate your support. If you found this review helpful, please go ahead and give me that like. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out. And anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks. Bye.